Hi, welcome to my Hearthstone search by rank button proposal. I'm Matthew Sparks, and welcome to my presentation. Let's get started. So first things, Hearthstone, what is it? It's a turn-based card game played between two opponents. Each player uses a deck of 30 cards to use minions, spells, and weapons, and other various cards to try to get your opponent's health from 30 to 0. Once their health reaches 0, you win the game, and that's it. So the problem, why should you care? There's no button that's easily accessible for a user to search for a card according to its rank. So in Hearthstone, there's ranks for cards. There's common, rare, legendary, and epic minion cards. So searching for a card according to that, there's currently no option. The only way to do it is to physically type in the search rank that you want to find, which would be like rare, common, legendary, epic. So it is inefficient. The solution: offer a sequence of steps as a single action through a drop-down menu button. So with a drop-down menu button, it would increase the efficiency tremendously, and it would be put in between the mana crystals and the search bar. So the market size for Hearthstone is one of the biggest, is the biggest market size for all card games out there right now. It's the highest grossing collectible card game in 2016 with $395 million made, and the video game industry itself is currently larger than the music and movie industry combined, with a total of $100 billion grossing value. And back in March 2017, Hearthstone recorded a record 70 million players logging on in a single day, which just puts into perspective how many people really are affected by this kind of inefficiency in their system. So in order to implement this would be extremely low cost, since the code to search is already there in the code. You just need to bind that code to functions for the buttons and the GUI drop-down menu. So since it's already existing code, you don't have to pay that much to code or figure out anything new with that. So I estimate a speedy release with under 2 weeks of development using the agile development model. Our development team consists of Becca Abel, Blizzard the technical artist, Rochelle Davis, who's the Blizzard's software engineer, and Dean Ayala, who's the head game designer over there. Currently, it'll take about 180 to 190 hours, which is a little under 2 weeks, for a total of $30,000. Right now, the schedule, you could read that, but the first few days will consist of prototyping and planning the new design. The days leading after that will include developing a graphic for the button, and then coding the functions to link that button with a code. And then the rest of the time will be spent testing and debugging the software and make sure it doesn't break anything else in the game, and that should be done in under 2 weeks. The benefits from implementing a search button like this is increased efficiency for all users, and by increasing the efficiency with the users, it'll lead to less frustration and less errors made by the users. Don't you just hate it when you type in like a typo or misspell something just when you're trying to find something? That's amplified in this because you have to type out the entire rank name if you're trying to find it. With this button, you just have to click on the button, choose the color or the rank that you want to search for, and boom, you can search for cards by that rank. By having all this more time for that's saved by being more efficient and making less errors, users will have more of ability to be creative and use their creativity in game, which will lead to more hours spent in game happy. And users who are happy playing a game will inevitably spend more money on in-game content, and which is ultimately more money for the developers. So when there's more money for developers and the users are happy with an efficient system that doesn't frustrate them, everybody is a winner. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm Matthew Sparks, and this is my Hearthstone proposal button.